they turn these folks' house up.
Let me get out. Let me get out. Let me get out.
Who house is this? Damn! Oh shit. Hey, Corey's fucking that nigga up, man.
This complaint in the shooting death of an Amarillo woman August 31st paints a picture of a wave of lives that surveillance video contradicts. Dylan Black is charged with murder, and the complaint tells a police version of what happened when a man was wounded and Felita Bailey died near 13th and South Avondale. It says about 40 people came uninvited to a late night party where a man was dragged into the street and beaten. That's when 4 shots rang out, wounding the man in the leg. Despite what Black said happened, video from several sources tell the story. After his arrest Sunday in Bushland, the complaint says he continued to change stories. Police found the clothes he was wearing and the suspected gun at a home in Amarillo. A witness led them to that gun.
Post this up on y'all page. Because you know what your sons did. You know what your friends' kids did. All of y'all. Because I got the video. Y'all know y'all got the video. Y'all trying to keep it from coming out. Because you know it's the truth. Y'all raised some puss boys, boy. Put their hands on my baby. Rip the clothes from my baby's body. Pull my baby's hair. This ain't finna go undone. And the Amarillo Police Department either could work with me or feel like they working against me right now. They're not trying to do anything about it. They want me to call, supposedly. I had a detective tell me, why don't you call and get this person to come in? Why don't you call? Why don't you call them? I'm giving you information that was given to me. Why would I do your job? What kind of shit is that?
Fifi the Vibe. Follow me on Snapchat at Fifi the Vibe.
Okay. Period. You see me.
In the anguished words of her mother, Odessa, Felita had a magnetic personality that naturally drew people to her. She was sweet, loving, and possessed a vibrantly beautiful soul that illuminated every room she entered with her radiant smile.
Together, ice that crap. I'm a dog in the wolf is barking, nothing but free on. Hey.
From a young age, Felita was industrious, helping her mother run their family catering business named Tifi's, a blend of their names. She was also diligently working toward a certification as a dental hygienist, showing promise in her burgeoning career. Outside of her professional aspirations, Felita cherished the time spent with family and friends. However, Bailey's bright future was mercilessly stolen on the night of August 31st during what should have been a joyous after-party with friends. The evening turned deadly when she declined Dylan Black's sexual advances. Enraged by her refusal, Black escalated the confrontation violently, drawing a gun and fatally shooting Felita 3 times. This senseless act of violence robbed Bailey of her dreams in her life, leaving her family and community to mourn the devastating loss of a young woman whose potential will now never be realized. Welcome to the American Crime Femicide channel. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future uploads. At just 22, Dylan Black's criminal history was already extensive, with charges ranging from burglary to assault, and a disturbing pattern of probation violations. Yet, his latest and most heinous act occurred on the night of August 31st, when what began as a small gathering after a bar closure at 2 a.m. escalated into a chaotic scene at a house on Avondale. The party spiraled out of control when approximately 40 uninvited guests arrived and were subsequently asked to leave. In the turmoil that ensued, the homeowner attempted to disperse the crowd, but was brutally attacked and dragged into the street. Meanwhile, Felita was cornered and assaulted by multiple men, including Dylan Black. In a violent confrontation with one of Bailey's cousins, Black reportedly drew a firearm and opened fire, hitting Bailey in the upper torso and shoulder. Tragically, Bailey succumbed to her injuries at the hospital. In a shocking twist, Black was arrested but swiftly released on September 2nd. The murder charge was dropped due to purportedly insufficient evidence, a decision that Officer James Clements explained was pending further review of information and evidence. This leniency has sparked outrage and fear, further exacerbated when Felita was not seen by her family for 5 days post-mortem, her body mistakenly released to an unauthorized funeral home. Felita's mother, Odessa, has since taken to social media to detail the incident and plead for justice, expressing profound frustration at the police's handling of Dylan's case.
I have to do this live. I have to do this live. I have to do this live for my daughter. I have to do this live so that people can know some of the truths and some of the facts that's actually out there dealing with the death of my daughter out here in Amarillo, Texas. For those that don't know, I am the mother of Felita Bailey. That is my only child. She was murdered out here in Amarillo, Texas on Avondale Street, August 31st, 2024. My daughter was murdered. It's a lot of things that has been kept out of the public's eye. A lot of people don't know truths that I'm about to bring to you, and the reason why we're fighting so hard, and the reason why legal counsel is being brought about. Not only, and y'all please bear with me because this is hard, not only was my daughter murdered, my daughter was also assaulted physically by several young men who attended the party at 1314 Avondale Street. In the midst of my daughter being assaulted by these young men, a family member who was there assisted my child to try to help to protect her from all of these men that were jumping on her. Please keep in mind that my daughter was not raised in Amarillo, Texas. She do not know anyone at that party other than the family that invited her to that party, who do know people at that party. So she's just going out. They're young, 25, 22, they're young, you know, they party still. In the midst of protecting my daughter, my other family member, who is a younger family member, also got injured to the point of they tried to kill him. 2 people. They were not in that house. They wasn't even there 10 minutes at those people's. They wasn't there for 10 minutes. 2 people. An entire house of people jumped on 2 people. My daughter told a young man no. Okay? That's not a lie. That's the truth. Several people has come forward with this same story. While being rejected, the thug decides to assault physically my daughter. So while my daughter pulls away to defend herself, in comes my other family member. He's protecting her. It's video out there, video proof. The police have it. I have it. It has not been leaked out. My child is physically, I saw my daughter's last moments. My daughter's fighting for her life. Okay? My daughter's dress was torn from her. My daughter's hair was pulled from her scalp. by these young thugs. I would never refer to them as men. They're roaches, they're rats. And their parents know who they are because they're just like them. So, as the other family member tries to protect my daughter, and it's a he also ends up pretty much in critical condition. The police department nor the hospital never notified me of my daughter's death. I pretty much found out through the news. Mind you, I don't live in Amarillo. When I asked why wasn't myself or her father notified, detectives told me, long as they told someone in that emergency room, it was fine. That they owe me nothing. They did not have to tell me my daughter was deceased. My daughter was never identified. My daughter did not have her identification on her. I did not see my daughter's body until 5 days after she was murdered. Enough time to get rid of any evidence possible to protect Dylan Black and whatever thug helped him to murder my daughter, because he's also one of the thugs that put his hands on my daughter inside that house. So it's a lot that's not being said. Everyone only knows about the shooting part of it, but no one knows about the assault that happened before the shooting. Can you imagine being a mother and the last moments you see of your child is that your child is fighting for her life, fighting dudes, fighting these thug dudes. I did do another interview on News 7. You can most definitely watch it. It's coming out tonight. The police are not trying to help. They're working more on protecting Dylan because of his ties to them, allegedly. Well, we know the truth. We are seeking legal counsel. So that's most definitely in the make. We do have a GoFundMe up to help us pay for that. My daughter's death will not go in vain. My daughter did not. I'm not going to let Amarillo police push this under the rug like they're planning on doing. The detectives didn't even know my daughter's name. They could not tell me anything about my daughter. Nothing. I showed them a picture of my daughter and they didn't even know who she was. This was days. No detective contacted me. I had to contact APD myself. Then they finally sent detectives about 3-4 days later to speak with me about the death of my daughter. Yet I still yet to see my daughter's body. So much is wrong, so much is at fault, even from the hospital. So it's a lot that you all don't know. And I speak on these type things that happen, and I never in a million years thought this would happen to me. I'm asking people to stand with me, fight with me. If you love me, you most definitely will. Because this is my daughter. That's my only baby. And trust, this is extremely hard for me to talk about. Extremely hard. That's why it took me over 30 days. Because, I can't even grieve. Because I have to fight. I have to fight the hospital. I have to fight the police department. I have to fight these thugs that took my baby and think they're going to get away with it. I don't know. I asked the police, why is it I want charges filed against all those. It's on video. It's on video of these young dude thugs attacking my baby. It's on video. So when a officer tells you that's hearsay, when that officer has the exact same video, are you going to believe the police department is with you or helping you? You're not going to believe that. My daughter is a high school graduate. My daughter attends college. My daughter came out here back in January she said she's going to finish out her dentistry and spend time with her grandmother. Growing up, she pretty much saw her grandmother, holidays and birthdays and stuff. And she like, Mom, just go down there and get my dentistry. I'll be back. I can most definitely say, I'm going to tell you like this. My daughter don't have no criminal record. Just about every thug that was at that house has a criminal record. My daughter would not have been there. She just was hanging with family. Family knew some people there and said, hey, guys, come on. See, it's a lot they're not telling you. It's a lot that won't be released. But I'm releasing this because it's a lot you guys don't know. Now, if you a mother, imagine something happening to your child. Okay? And then the police not telling you nothing. The hospital not telling you nothing. And you find out about your child's death on the news because the police say they ain't gotta tell you. I'm my daughter's next to kin. Her father is her next to kin. So we're pushing, we're fighting, we're most definitely looking into this. I've reached out to the chief of police, nothing. The city manager, maybe there's that, because my daughter's death not finna go like that. Amarillo has a thing of unsolved murders when it comes to people that look like myself and my daughter. They sweep it under the rug. Majority of the unsolved murders are people that look brown and black people. And they don't care. They don't care. When they couldn't tell me nothing about my daughter, I knew they wasn't working on her case. Like they said, they didn't have to tell me she was deceased, but oh yes, you do. That's my law. But they didn't. The same way they didn't notify me of Dylan Black's release when they were supposed to, because now I'm in fear of my life. Because you have a suspect out here of murder, which you already done said he's a murderer. Now I'm in fear of my life because this thug is walking the street. That's on probation. That unloaded in the school zone. But he ain't in jail. And you gonna tell me they ain't got nothing to do with race? A suspect in a murder case unload a weapon in the school zone and he ain't in jail. On probation and he ain't in jail. They say there could be multiple shooters. I want them all. I don't care. Because it's going down. Everybody finna catch it from the homeowners on down. The police department too. So, that's a little bit of insight for those that don't know and don't understand what's going on or what's going on. The police department ain't trying to help us, y'all. They too busy trying to protect Dylan Black. They too busy trying to protect the white boy. Seriously. So, I'm looking to get any and all the help that I can, far as, getting attorneys in, getting any action I can go against this, everything that I'm facing. Because they have the same videos I have. They won't even take statements if you're writing a statement against the white boy Dylan Black. And this is the truth. So like I said, my daughter was assaulted inside the home before it went outside the home. Them dudes, Dylan Black, all the rest of them, they know who the hell they is. The other so-called gun victims know who they is. That's the one my daughter rejected. And then put his hands on my baby. It's all on camera. My family member went to protect my baby and almost lost his life too. Yes, they trying to sweep it under the rug. I'm not gonna let them sweep it under the rug. And I told them that I'm not gonna let them sweep it under the rug. It's gonna be hell deep, pure, hot motherfucking water. They're not gonna sweep it under the rug. I'm not gonna let them. Cause see, it's black people here. They don't care about us. And most of it is because a lot of times we don't care about each other. Because had my daughter had blonde hair and blue eyes, clear skin, this would already been taken care of. This already been done. Swoop, all of that. I've never seen a murder suspect just let go so easily. But when your mom and your parents have connections to people up in police departments and stuff like that, you could get away with stuff like that. But they're not gonna get away. None of them. The police department, none of them. Because they're not making me feel like they're trying to work on my daughter's case. Because they're not. They're not trying to, they're not trying to, none of that. So, as a community, we are. And y'all know me. Y'all know I'm not backing down. So, I'm like I told that officer, my last breath, and like I told him, you look me in my face, because I'm telling you, my daughter not finna be another one of y'all unsolved cases. Because the thing is, they not trying to let that white boy go down by himself. That's the thing. I don't care who it is. All of them. Whoever was there. Every last one of them. Because as far as I'm concerned, everybody at that party is an accessory to murder. All of them. Because you were there. You were a witness to a crime. All of you are. So y'all just needed to know that. I needed to share that with you. I need y'all to share this live, please. Share my story. Share my baby's story. I'm all she got speaking for her. You know what I'm saying? I'm all my baby got. So, share my live. Share, please share. Because the truth is out there. That's the truth. This is what a lot of people ain't trying to tell y'all. And ain't trying to talk about. Thank you, Denise. Thank you. This is what a lot of people not trying to talk about, y'all. Is what happened before. How my baby was attacked. How her clothes was ripped from her body. How her hair was pulled. And how I never identified my daughter. My daughter never had identification on her. She didn't even have her ID on her. My baby wasn't in that house not even 10 minutes. From my understanding, 8 minutes the most. I'm suspicious of that because I'm wondering how two people that don't know nobody in the party just all of a sudden get jumped on by all these people. And both are the same kind of people. My daughter don't bother nobody. Again, I did not know my daughter was deceased until the news. The police, the detectives, they didn't notify me. They hurried up. I don't know if they took organs out of my baby's body. They hurried up and moved her around before anything. Nobody identified my daughter. Nobody. Not even her father. Nobody identified her daughter. My daughter. His daughter, our daughter. Nobody identified her. It's a lot of holes in the story. It's a lot of paperwork that's not matching other paperwork going on. So I'm in for a fight of my life. I am in for the fight of my life. Please share my video. Please share. People don't, this is the truth of what everybody trying to keep out and trying to hide. My baby was attacked before she was murdered. And they tried to kill the other family member. So, y'all stay prayed up. Please watch over your children. Hold them. Keep them near you. Keep your kids near you. Keep your babies near you. Yes, I agree, Shonda, but ain't nobody. Here the thing is, Shonda, actually people are coming forward. There are people coming forward, but here's the thing, and it's been getting back to us, that when they go in there and they speak against that white boy Dylan Black, the police don't want to hear nothing about it. They'll tell them that's hearsay, even though they was right there at the party. So y'all tell me what that is. When my family member who Dylan Black and his homeboys assaulted and damn near beat to death, they wouldn't even allow him to press charges on Dylan Black. So y'all tell me what's going on. If someone assault me and I go down to the police station, you have no right to tell me I can't press charges on the person that assaulted me just because your affiliation with them. Allegedly. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. There's people coming forward, but when they go against him and whoever, you know what I'm saying, it's because, you know what I'm saying, he lawyered up. The same way is coming over here. So, y'all finna see. It's finna be a shake in the city. And I pray and hope that not only do my daughter's case get solved, I pray and hope that my daughter's case blow the roof off a whole bunch of other cases and blow the top off of the corruption and everything that APD is doing. Because no one contacted me. I didn't know who was on my baby case or nothing. If I wouldn't have called the police, I wouldn't have known a damn shit. I wouldn't have known nothing. They didn't even know I was her mother. They didn't try to find out who the hell my daughter was before they took her body away. I didn't see my baby for over 5 days. Somebody supposed to identify her. That's law. But y'all love your children. Keep your children with you. Because I'm telling you, my heart hurts so bad. My heart is in 1,000,000 pieces. But grieving for me probably can't come right now. Because I have to fight. I can't let this go, because the longer it goes, the more evidence they're trying to cover up. The longer this goes, the more evidence they trying to cover up on their end, on the hospital's end, on everybody's end. My daughter had knots in her head. My daughter had knots around her head. So if you was at the funeral and you saw how her hair was, that was to cover the knots and bruises that them thug-ass, young punk-ass Negroes did to my daughter. That the police don't want me to fight for. APD. These detectives are not showing no bit of concern. They're not showing no sympathy. None of that. They're not like, Miss Bailey, we wish you anything. But they just want me to stop going up there, pressing them and asking them, what have we done yet? What have we come across? And I'm not going to stop. I told them, I'm still walking and breathing. I'm going. I'm fighting.
Black's propensity for violence was well documented, yet repeatedly overlooked by authorities and enabled by his family's interventions. Now, as a family mourns the loss of Felita and struggles to seek justice, the community is left reeling from the systemic failures that allowed a known offender to claim a life. Felita would have turned 26 this October. In remembrance, her family released balloons to honor her memory and keep her spirit alive. As this family confronts their grief, they urge us all to remember Felita and push for a resolution that brings the perpetrator to justice. May Felita Bailey rest in peace, and may swift justice prevail in this heart-wrenching case.